This video is going to show you how to change your macro percentages in MyFitnessPal. Download the free app and enter your information in. It's going to ask you for your height and weight. Please do not choose to do more than any pound of weight loss per week. And if you are a veteran, you can do active, you can do not very active if this is the first time you're joining the program. We are tracking our macros so that we can get to the bottom of why you're not losing the weight. A lot of clients come to me, they're eating clean, they're exercising, just not seeing the results you want. And I find tracking is the best way to not only be able to balance your macros, meaning protein, carbs, and fats, but it's a way for you to be mindful about what you're eating as well as be mindful about what is in food. It is all about a choice. This is not to shame yourself. It's just about to educate yourself and learn about the different components in food, and I am learning each and every day. Once you have tracked for 4 weeks, if you hate it, that is fine. You can get rid of the tracker, but now you will know how to intuitively eat, right? So many people say, I don't want to track, I just want to eat intuitively. Well, if you weren't taught how to intuitively eat in a way that's healthy, then it's very hard to intuitively eat. So embrace the tracker. It's just a tool, and I think it's something that's going to be really great for you. So we're going to go into the more here, and we're going to go to goals. MyFitnessPal is going to default for you to consume 50% carbs, 30% fats, 20% protein. So we're going to change that. Here you can change your weight, your weekly goal, what it's to lose, and activity level. You can do not very active or lightly active. I'm very active, so I do active, just not quite very active because my job on a typical day I'm sitting a lot, but my exercises are intense, so active. So you would probably be in one of these two unless you were doing a lot of activity in your day. Okay, next you need to go into calorie and macronutrient goals. Here is what it's defaulted at: 50% carbs, 20% protein, 30% fat. I want you to change this, so just click anywhere. We're going to change this to 40% carbohydrates. And your carbohydrates are going to be coming from things like fruit. If you're thinking, I don't even know what foods contain carbohydrate, that's fine. We are going to be learning as we go. 40% carbs, 30% protein, 30% fats. That's what we're aiming for on a daily basis for our macros. But again, the first week is just to track and see how close you get, okay? Just track and see how close you get. So that's out. Next in MyFitnessPal, in order to track foods, you're just going to press the plus sign. Oopsies. The plus sign. Enter in your food. You're going to be doing your breakfast, lunch, or dinner, whatever meal it is, or your snack. Enter in your food. If you have a barcode, you can scan your barcode, or you can just type it in, okay? The green check mark means that it's approved, and I would do that. This is a community app, so anything that you put in will be on here. It will get easier because we typically consume similar meals, so it'll remember what you're putting in on a regular basis, and it'll get a lot easier. So the sample meal plan that I gave you is set up for 40% carbs, 30% fat, 30% protein, based off of 13 to 1500 calories a day. You are going to need to use that as a guide and type in your food to make sure you're getting to your correct macros. If we go back, oops, not all the way out. Sorry guys. If we go back into the app, I want to show you how. Disagree. Okay, so go back into the app and say I had a chicken breast, add it in. Now you can go over to more, and you can go to nutrition, and this is going, click on macros here. This is going to show you that, okay, with my chicken breast that I added, I had 77% protein, 23% fat, 0% carbs. Okay, if I'm aiming for 40% carbs, I need to add some carbs in here to balance it out. So let's go back, add it in, breakfast. Let's add some carbs. So a great place to get your carbs would be things like sweet potatoes, fruit. Don't go crazy on grains. Ideally go gluten-free. But if you are not willing to give that up, that's absolutely fine as long as it fits. So we're going to go back into more nutrition and look at our pie chart now. Now we have 59% carbohydrates, low on the fat, low on the protein. So we're just going to keep adding food, and these ratios are going to change the more food you add. So now it looks like I need to focus on some fat and protein. So turkey, bacon would fit great in this. That's fat and protein. You know, maybe you have a protein energy bites. There's typically fat and protein in there. You could do a protein shake with some nut butter in it. That would get your fats and proteins up. So you just have to play with it. You can also go to nutrients here. And you can see, whoops, how many grams of each you have left to eat in the day. This is what you have left. Your macros isn't, it's not that I ate 59% of all the carbohydrates I need to eat in my day. It's just out of all the food that I've consumed today, 59% was carbohydrates. So that's how we're going to focus on balancing our macros. I hope that was helpful for you. And again, day one is just to track with Grace, track what you would normally eat, and we'll see how it goes. You can post a screenshot of this. So if you have the iPhone, just hold down the right side button, the off one, and the circle at the same time, and it'll take a picture for you. We'll talk soon.